Wait for my gauges to settle. It's in run right now. Okay, start the bus. Okay, I'm looking at my primary and secondary air tanks right here and here. And what I'm looking for is I want to make sure that they build air pressure and they go to 120. And at 120, you're going to hear the governor kick in, and that's going to basically tell the system that that's enough air. So let's do that. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas. See the gauges coming up? They're at 100. When they reach 120, the governor's going to kick on, and you're going to hear a psh sound. And that's going to stop the air from building. Okay, the overall system checks out properly. The overall system's working as it should. The air built up, went to 120, the governor kicked in and stopped. So now I'm going to go to test number 2. Test number 2, I need to check for leaks. So I'm going to shut the bus off. I need eyes and ears because I want to be able to see the alarm and I want to be able to hear the alarm. So I have to put it in run. Wait for my gauges to settle again. Okay, now to check for leaks, I simply push in hard on the service brake and hold it to the floor, and I push in on the parking brake. The gauges are going to drop a little. That's normal because I'm using the air. Once they settle out, they're around, I don't know, 95 pounds. Once they settle out, I'm going to count 1 minute on my watch. And after 1 minute, I shouldn't lose more than 3 psi from where they're at right now. It's been 1 minute. I didn't lose any air. Test number 2, the leak test, is good. So now I'm going to go to the emergency brake test. While the bus is not running, I'm going to evacuate the air by just simply using the brake pedal. And you'll watch the air drop. At 60, you're going to get a visual and a audible alarm. So I'm pumping down the brakes. At 60, I should get an alarm. I did. I hear it, I see it. At 20 or 30, the emergency brake is going to pop out. It did. It's a parking brake, emergency brake, both. So it did. It works. Test number 3 is good. So I'm going to move on to test number 4, which is simply checking the parking brake to make sure it holds when I put it in gear. To do that, I need to start the bus to put air back in. Turn the throttle up, and that way I don't have to hold my foot. Now you're going to watch the gauges come back up. The alarms will go out after it goes past 60. But right now it's just telling me that the system is low. This is an older bus, so it takes a little extra time for it to build air pressure, but it is building. The alarm should go out here at any second now. Okay, the alarms went out because now I have enough air to operate the air brakes. But I want to continue to watch it go all the way to 120. Once again, we're going to hear the governor kick in. It's going to stop the air from building so we don't overpressurize the system. Okay, I'm going to shut off the throttle. Let it go back to idle. So now what I want to do is I want to check to make sure that this parking brake holds when I put it in gear. So I'm going to put my foot on the brake, I'm going to look at my mirrors to make sure it's safe. I'm going to put it in gear, put both hands on the wheel. I'm going to slowly release the brake, check my mirrors again, and I'm going to give it a little tug on the gas to see if the bus holds. Okay, the bus is not moving and the bus is in gear, which means the parking brake is holding. So now I'm going to go to test number 5. The 5th test is the last test. It's to make sure that my brake, my service brake, works properly. So I'm just going to simply put my foot on the brake, check my mirrors. It's already in gear. I'm going to push in on the parking brake so that we can move. Okay, I'm checking my mirrors again. Both hands on the wheel, 5 miles an hour. I stop the bus with the service brake, foot brake. The bus stops as it should. It doesn't pull right. It doesn't pull left. So it has passed all 5 tests. I'm going to secure the bus by putting it in neutral, pulling the parking brake, taking my foot off the brake. I have completed my air brakes test.
I have to study that.
But did I do it good enough for you, think? Yeah, that is the full air brakes